I'm Justin Thames, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Florida Institute of CPAs, and welcome to this week's edition of Impact Report, your advocacy update on issues impacting the CPA profession. We're 11 days away from the start of the 2019 legislative session. We've been in interim committee weeks for the last couple of weeks, and there are more than 2,800 bills that have already been filed. We expect to see more in the coming days, and more than likely we'll get close to over the 3,000 mark compared to last year. This past week was another interim committee week where the House and Senate took up some key issues that have already been identified as big issues for both bodies. We saw the smoking and medical marijuana bills move forward, and they'll likely be ready for a full vote the first week of session. They have a March 15th deadline set by the governor to address that issue that was passed by a constitutional amendment. So that'll really dictate how quickly things that are behind those issues start to move. So we expect that to be done the first week. We continue to see some, as you call it, deregulation bills. We saw another bill this week that impacted local government's ability to put regulations on businesses and occupations. We will continue to see those bills come to form. So far, the CPA profession hasn't really been dramatically impacted by those bills. We're going to continue to monitor those very closely, keep you updated on that progress. There's been a blockchain bill that's been filed. CPA profession and professions in general and business, everybody's been talking about cryptocurrency and blockchain. The legislature's decided to determine whether or not blockchain can be utilized in the sense of state government, and whether the Department of Revenue can use it, or Department of Financial Services, CFO's office can utilize the technology in their day-to-day activities, payments, things like that. So there's a bill that creates a task force. We've actually asked for the CPA profession to have a seat at the table. The bill sponsors have agreed to include us in that legislation, so that'll be great that we have a voice in that process. We're monitoring the financial literacy bill. I know we've gotten some great feedback from our members who really like the financial literacy bill every year. Fortunately, good news, bad news, is the bill has kind of taken a quick snag. It's been postponed in the Senate. The Senate sponsor basically said it's not moving in the House, so we're not going to move it in the Senate for right now. We still think there's a chance that that bill can make its way through both bodies and get signed by the governor. We'll make sure we keep you updated there, because I know a lot of people care about that bill. Monitoring at the federal level, we're monitoring disaster relief, disaster tax relief for the Panhandle, victims of the Hurricane Michael. Slow moving there. We're trying to help out as much as we can. Congressman Dunn from the Panama City area has been pushing very hard. We're going to be reaching out to some of the other congressional delegations to see if we could add some more voices to that process. Special congratulations to Kim Dyson, who's a member of ours. She's on our State Legislative Policy Committee. She was just added to the AICPA-NASBA Joint Committee for the Uniform Accountancy Act. Uniform Accountancy Act is very important to the profession because they work on the draft legislation for all the states to use whenever we try to work on issues that help with mobility for firms and individuals. So congratulations to Kim Dyson. We're thrilled to have you represent Florida on that prestigious committee. We're going to take a break off for the next couple of days. The committees and the legislature won't meet next week. They won't be back until right before the start of legislative session. But we'll be back next Friday with a quick update and make sure you know what's going on. Thanks for following along, and thanks for all your support. We'll see you next week.